In Switzerland, health insurance is not optional. It is not a benefit your employer gives you. It is not something you can skip for a few months while you get settled. It is the law. Every single person who moves to Switzerland has 3 months from the day they arrive to sign up. If you miss that deadline, they assign you one automatically and charge you from the day you arrived. That could mean a bill of over 1,000 francs arriving all at once before you have even found your feet. The average monthly premium in 2026 is 393 francs per adult. That is roughly 4,700 francs a year. Before you see a doctor, once. Before you take a single pill, every month from your bank account. And here is the part most people do not know. You can pay significantly less than that average, or significantly more. The choices you make in the first few weeks determine which one. That is exactly what this video is about. Now, before we talk about costs, let us understand what the system actually is. Because despite being expensive, Swiss healthcare is genuinely one of the best in the world. Switzerland has universal mandatory health insurance. Every resident, regardless of age, nationality, income, or health history, must be insured. And every insurer is legally required to accept you for basic coverage. They cannot refuse you because of a pre-existing condition. They cannot charge you more because you have been ill before. The law prevents it. The system has 2 layers. The first is basic insurance, called Grundversicherung in German or Lamal in French. This is the mandatory part. It covers doctor visits, hospital stays, emergency care, pregnancies, and approved medications. The coverage is identical across every single insurer in the country. What changes between them is only the price and the model you choose. The second layer is supplementary insurance. This is optional. It covers things like dental care, a private hospital room, glasses, and alternative medicine. Today, we are focusing entirely on the mandatory basic insurance because that is what every new arrival needs to get right first. There are 3 concepts in the Swiss health insurance system that you need to understand before you sign anything. Once you understand these 3 things, every decision becomes straightforward. Number 1 is the premium. This is your fixed monthly payment to the insurance company, regardless of whether you use the healthcare system or not. It comes out every month, no matter what. The national average is 393 francs per month in 2026. But what you actually pay can be much lower than that. Number 2 is the franchise. The Swiss use this word to mean the annual deductible. It is the amount you pay out of your own pocket for medical costs each year before your insurance starts covering the bills. You choose your franchise when you sign up. The minimum is 300 francs per year. The maximum is 2,500 francs per year. The higher your franchise, the lower your monthly premium. The lower your franchise, the higher your monthly premium. This is one of the most important decisions you will make. Number 3 is the Selbstbehalt. This means co-payment. Once you have paid your annual franchise, you still pay 10% of any remaining medical costs, up to a maximum of 700 francs per year. So the absolute worst case in any single year is your franchise plus 700 francs in co-payment. On the maximum franchise of 2,500 francs, that is 3,200 francs total out of pocket for medical costs in 1 year. On top of your monthly premiums, that is your ceiling. Switzerland is expensive, but the system has a cap. Now let us talk about the insurance models. This is the second major lever for reducing your premium, and it is the one most people ignore completely when they first arrive. Every insurer offers the same coverage by law. What they offer differently is how you access care. The more flexibility you give up, the less you pay every month. There are 4 models. Model 1 is standard. You can go to any doctor, any specialist, anywhere in Switzerland, whenever you want. No restrictions whatsoever. Complete freedom. And the highest price. If you are young and healthy and saving money is a priority, this is probably not the right model for you. Model 2 is the Hausarzt model, which means family doctor. You register one GP as your first point of contact. Before seeing any specialist, you go through your family doctor first. In return, your premium is roughly 10 to 15% lower than standard. A good choice if you want one consistent doctor who knows you. Model 3 is HMO. You're registered with a specific health center that handles everything first before you see a specialist. Premium savings of roughly 15 to 25% compared to standard. Good if there is an HMO center near where you live or work. Model 4 is Telmed, short for telemedicine. Before any doctor visit, you call a medical hotline first. A healthcare professional assesses your situation and tells you the next step. This is the cheapest model with savings of up to 20 to 30% compared to standard. Most major hotlines are available in English. For a young, healthy person new to Switzerland, this is often the best financial decision. Now, here's the key combination to remember. Telmed model plus the maximum franchise of 2,500 francs. That is the lowest you can legally pay for mandatory health insurance in Switzerland. Same coverage, same hospitals, same doctors, just a phone call first and a higher deductible if you do need care. For most healthy adults, the annual savings more than justify that small change. One more thing that almost nobody tells new arrivals. If you work more than 8 hours a week with the same employer, your employer provides accident insurance for you automatically, both work and non-work accidents. And because most basic health insurance policies include accident coverage by default, many people end up paying for the same protection twice every month. The fix is simple. When you sign up or at your next renewal, tell your insurer to remove accident coverage from your policy. Your premium drops by 5 to 7% immediately. One phone call. Hundreds of francs saved per year. Let us put real numbers on all of this. On the standard model with the minimum franchise of 300 francs, you are looking at roughly 450 to 550 francs per month, depending on which canton you live in. On the Telmed model with the maximum franchise of 2,500 francs, the same basic coverage costs roughly 250 to 330 francs per month. The difference is up to 220 francs every month. That is over 2,500 francs per year. Just from making two smarter choices. Canton also matters significantly. Geneva and Basel City have some of the highest premiums in Switzerland. Zug, Uri, and Appenzell, Innerrhoden have some of the lowest. Where you live is as important as what you choose. To compare every insurer, every model, and every franchise level for your specific canton, use the official government tool at priminfo.admin.ch. It is completely free, it is official, and it shows you every option available to you. Use it before you sign up for anything. Now, let us talk about something that roughly 1 in 4 residents in Switzerland receives, and that most new arrivals never bother to check. It is called the Prämienverbilligung in German, or Reduction de Primes in French. In English, a health insurance premium subsidy. A direct reduction on your monthly bill paid by your canton straight to your insurer. So your actual invoice arrives cheaper every month. Because health insurance premiums are the same regardless of income, the system is not naturally fair. Someone earning 4,500 francs and someone earning 15,000 francs pay the same monthly amount. To compensate, every canton has a subsidy system for lower and middle income residents. Around 2.45 million people in Switzerland received this reduction in 2023. That is more than 1 in 4 residents. Who qualifies? The thresholds vary by canton, but as a general rule, if your health insurance premium represents more than roughly 8 to 14% of your household income, you likely qualify for some reduction. For a single person earning between 4,000 and 5,500 francs net per month, it is absolutely worth checking. The average reduction covers roughly 30 to 40% of premium costs. On a 400 franc monthly premium, that could mean paying as little as 240 to 280 francs instead. If you have children, the thresholds are even more generous. Cantons are legally required to reduce children premiums by at least 80% for low-income families. Children should almost never cost the full premium price for a family in modest economic circumstances. How do you apply? Go to your canton official website, search for Premienverbilligung if you are in a German-speaking canton, or Reduction de Primes if you are in French-speaking Switzerland. In some cantons, you receive a letter automatically. In others, you must apply yourself. The money goes directly to your insurer and your monthly invoice simply arrives lower. Check every year because it does not always renew automatically. A few final practical things before we finish. When you arrive in Switzerland, sign up for health insurance within your first 2 to 4 weeks. Do not wait for the 3-month deadline, and do not let coverage lapse even for a single day. Without valid health insurance in Switzerland, you are breaking the law, and non-emergency medical care can be refused. Keep it active always. Every October, your insurer will send you a letter with your new premiums for the following January. This is your moment to review. If another insurer offers the same model and franchise for less, you have until the 30th of November to cancel and switch. The new policy starts on the 1st of January. Switching is straightforward and insurers are legally required to accept you. There is no loyalty benefit in the system. Compare and switch every single year if it saves you money. So to summarize everything, health insurance in Switzerland is expensive, but it is not a fixed cost. Choose a Telmed model. Choose a high franchise if you are young and healthy. Remove accident coverage if your employer already provides it. Check if you qualify for a cantonal subsidy. Use priminfo.admin.ch to compare every October. Those 5 decisions together could reduce your monthly premium by 150 to 250 francs compared to someone who just signed up without thinking about it. Over a year, that is real money. In the first video on this channel, we covered salaries, deductions, and the full monthly budget for a new arrival in Switzerland. If you have not seen it, it is on the channel and everything connects. Next video, we are covering taxes for foreigners in Switzerland. Source tax, what gets deducted from your salary automatically, whether you ever get money back, and what you need to know in your first year here. Subscribe so you do not miss it. Real numbers, no filter. See you in the next one.